Morning, welcome back. Did you know that if you're a business, you can buy things for your office and submit it as a tax write-off? In my opinion, that is not misinformation. If you do go to jail, sorry. If I could only pick 10 foods to eat for the rest of my life, matcha would definitely be on that list. Speaking of food, when we come into the world as defenseless, crying meatballs, we rely on someone older than us to provide shelter and 3 meals a day. That's like the bare minimum. We can agree that being a parent is one of the tougher jobs that exists, as we've seen with Gen Alpha and how they're already obsessed with not being able to read and skincare. Let's give credit where credit is due. Parents are trying their best at raising these guys. But at the same time, sorry, that sucks. Raising a small human prone to accidents and mental health issues, it's a miracle that most of us are normal-ish. Putting our trust in people that want kids in this economy. Haven't you seen the abandonment rate of Animal Crossing islands and Tamagotchis? Might that have something to do with the declining birth rates all over the world? Maybe don't ask a YouTuber, ask someone smarter. With all the choices you make as a parent, whether it be online or in real life, everyone you know will suddenly turn into professional parenting critics. A mom on TikTok became infamous recently, where she got a lot of criticism for the way she feeds her toddler. She's following this trend called the "what I feed my insert noun in a day." Typically it'll be a parent showing their cooking process and their plating techniques. The way that AlexBaby97 prepares meals isn't the most aesthetically pleasing or appetizing. Oh my god, I'm sorry. It's just my opinion!
So, I made this banana bread last night. I have a video on it. So I'm gonna give her a little piece of banana bread for breakfast. And some blueberries. Hey, baby.
So that was just a quick spark notes of what most of her content entails. The cuisine that made her go viral was a breakfast plate for a 1-year-old that didn't have a lot of, some might say the color of the plate might look healthier than the food. The trend of showing people relatable thing they can relate to is pretty popular. It's one of the many reasons why social media exists. Based on this 1-minute TikTok, it looks like she would rather be doing anything else. Which, I mean, to be fair, yeah, same. Never had a kid, but I've played Neopets. They're not even real, and feeding them multiple times a day was my least favorite thing to do. Who let me, a child, raise a child? Taking care of an eating, pooping machine is exhausting, and I'm not talking about the Tamagotchi. Even taking care of yourself. Making 3 meals every single day that you won't get sick of is monotonous NPC behavior. To add on top of that fun experience, once you post your parenting style online, if it's even slightly different from someone else's, get ready for the flood of condescending remarks and pitchforks in your comments. This TikTok blew up so much, news articles were written about it. Here are some examples of some comments that were left. They're not horrible. If you go on the actual TikToks, you'll see some that are even worse. So, just sugar? This is real? OMG. The fresh fruit? The protein? The grains? Wow, what kind of breakfast is this? Sugar can't be good for a 1-year-old's development. This breaks my heart. I tripped over my jaw running to the comments. This sparked a conversation about the rise of food shaming and how appearances play a big role in how you're treated online. Would I feed this donut platter to a random child first thing in the morning? Probably not. I would buy them McDonald's and film it for content, and then get arrested for talking to a stranger's kid. Do we as social media users expect everyone to make beautiful, curated lobotomy core content? No. But judging by the way people are reacting to this powdered donut fiasco, yeah. Also, I need whatever brain surgery she got cause I'm trying to be like that. No thoughts, smile, bake all day. Share the lobotomy discount code if you have one. Other than not feeding her kid a beautiful garden salad plucked from her garden, a lot of comments mention how she doesn't smile, breathes too heavily, and looks like she hates her life. Sorta kinda. Her cooking skills leave a lot to be desired. Little burnt for my taste. At least we know for sure that Sam, Ella, and E. coli won't be attending the party. It's just vibes. And Pan. Nowadays, there are free resources everywhere you look. I mean, if you're already using TikTok, might as well look up some cooking tutorials while you're at it. But have you noticed the sudden appearance of trad wife Instagram accounts where these upper middle class women spend all day homemaking and cooking these 6-hour aesthetically pleasing meals that I would inhale in 2 minutes?
This morning my toddler stumbled into my room and her first words were PB&J, so that's exactly what I got started on. Growing up, I loved having fresh bread. It was one of my favorite things, so I get it. Started by making a really simple sandwich bread with some yeast, water, salt, sugar, and flour. Kneaded that until a dough formed and then let that dough rise for about 2 hours until it doubled in size. I started on my raspberry jam. I used some lemon monk fruit sweetener, but you can also use sugar and some cornstarch to thicken it. While that was going, I started on my peanut butter. I roasted all my peanuts in the oven and then ground them up with some sea salt until a paste formed. This was really good. She ended up having a few of them and wanted more.
One of these moms is more pleasing and aspirational to look at, while the other is more realistic and probably what the majority of people are doing. When I cook food, I'm all about efficiency. Get in, get out. If someone saw me smiling the whole time I was chopping onions, I would get sent to the psych ward. There's no time to pretend I'm having the best time of my life. If I had no job, generational wealth, and all the time in the world, I would be wearing a beautiful flowing nightgown, baking cakes all day, and then throwing them away. Alex baby does cook normal looking meals for her kid. It's just that her whole brand is associated with that donut TikTok now. And she's not doing a lot to change her image, but maybe this is what she wants to portray. A realistic, tired parent that doesn't speak an influencer accent.
Plus the yogurt pouch.
Even adults with fully developed frontal lobes will eat cookies and cakes for breakfast. A chocolate chip muffin? That's just cake for grown-ups. Sometimes all you have in your fridge is dessert. It's better than eating nothing. Would you rather have them eat a few donuts and applesauce for breakfast once in a while, or make them a plate of hand-harvested organic carbonara that'll eventually end up thrown against the wall? Kids will eat chicken tenders and crayons and call it fine dining. You think they can appreciate a bruschetta salad? In North America, a lot of breakfast foods are actually quite sweet. Just walk down a cereal aisle in a grocery store, or read the pancake options on a Denny's menu.
If you're serving cereal or one of these common breakfast bars to your kiddo, the nutrition details from those bars and cereal compared to 3 donuts is almost identical, if not even more added sugar and more carbohydrates in the cereal and breakfast bars. While these bars might have a little bit more fiber or more whole grains, they're essentially the same. And while I love some more protein and fiber to this breakfast, maybe a boiled egg or a spoonful of nut butter, I think the more important thing is that the parent is there caring for the child and has the financial means to provide the child with a meal.
People that order sweet things for breakfast scare me. With peace and love. But no salt or umami flavor, just sugar, caffeine, and stomach problems for noon? My Asian digestive system is not built for this. It could be because my parents never let me eat sugary things in the morning, and I was so jealous. The first time I had IHOP, my body got destroyed. I feel like I'm reliving my trauma reading these menu items. Would you like pancakes filled with Belgian dark chocolate mousse first thing in the morning at 6 a.m.? Ooh, how about cupcake pancakes, filled with rainbow sprinkles, topped with cupcake icing and more sprinkles. A well-balanced breakfast for healthy young minds. Even a decade ago, Nutella was marketed as a healthy breakfast option.
Breakfast in this house? In the morning, I can use all the help I can get. That's why I love Nutella, a delicious hazelnut spread that's perfect on multigrain toast, and even whole wheat waffles. It's a quick and easy way to give my family a breakfast they'll want to eat. And Nutella is made with simple quality ingredients like hazelnuts, skim milk, and a hint of cocoa. They love the taste, and I feel good that they're ready to tackle the day. Nutella, breakfast never tasted this good.
Ma'am, what about the sugar ingredient? Does that just conveniently not exist? At least they're consistent about the lore. Moms sure do love to gaslight everyone. Corporations really said, let's just dump a bunch of sugar into grains and convince everyone it's breakfast with commercials targeted towards kids. We also live in a time where convenience culture is prioritized above all else. Buying groceries to cook your own meals, that's time consuming and expensive now. But when you get fast food and order 50 nuggets for only $3, the thought of eating raccoon ears doesn't seem that bad. Everyone that becomes a parent is never going to be the perfect influencer who makes meals that maxes out all the nutrient stats. Ideally, everyone should be like that, but let's just worry about ourselves. If we're talking about online though, appearances are the only thing that matter. Two things we can be sure of in this life are pretty privilege and rich privilege. If you look like you're well off and have an aesthetically pleasing lifestyle, that's when you're allowed to show your family eating beautiful pastries from a popular donut brand.
I'm taking the kids to Krispy Kreme because they gave me a coupon for a free strawberry glazed dozen donuts. I'm sorry. I even matched my coffee cup to the occasion. We're really feeling strawberry mood today. So we're gonna go get our free dozen donuts. Hi, can we please do a dozen of the strawberry glazed donuts? Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have a good day. What? Hold on. Let's show him. They're beautiful. Okay, everyone take one. Oh, those are so good. Wow, those are delicious. It's like an original Krispy Kreme donut with a hint of strawberry, so it's not too much. It is so good.
Yeah, it's so good.
Wow. Now I'm scared because I got a dozen. I'm gonna want the whole thing.
This is basically the brand name version of the powdered donut mom. Technically they're the same, they're feeding their kids donuts, but in different fonts. I can't remember if this was from a TikTok I saw or from a comment. I can't seem to find it. I found it. It was a comment under this TikTok, which actually inspired a lot of talking points in this video. She does a really great job at explaining how on the internet, it doesn't matter what you do, it just matters how you look doing it.
Soda, Capri Sun, Lunchables, yogurt smoothies, Nutter Butters, Oreo cookies, Easy Mac for the microwave, ramen, candy, prepackaged muffins, the list goes on. When I saw that video, it had only been posted for a few hours. It had 30,000 likes and hundreds of comments praising this mega mommy influencer for having such a beautifully stocked fridge for her children.
What's considered trashy if you're poor, but classy if you're rich? Feeding your toddler a powdered donut in a dimly lit home? Poor, broke, unhealthy. Giving your child a box of a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts in your nice car and matching loungewear set? Expensive. Great parenting.
Great gowns, beautiful gowns.
All I know is that you can win when you post parenting content. You could have grass-fed, free-range kids that only eat organic meals grown by the sun. Someone will still have something to say.
So for breakfast this morning, my kiddos are having McDonald's.
Okay, let's relax. We have billionaires that will take a private jet to the other side of their house. I'm sure the turtles will survive a little bit of saran wrap. We're used to seeing the best parts of everyone's lives. Our standards are so messed up. Some of the content we see might even be manufactured. Famous, relatable influencer with 5 million followers, chances of them being an industry plant are never zero. Like the trend of aesthetic snack restocking videos. I know a Victorian child would have a heart attack on the spot if they open this fridge. Not sure why I reference frail Victorian children so much nowadays. Is this a thing I'm doing? After these fridges and pantries get stocked, someone has to be eating all this food. I'm guessing it's the kids based on how skinny these people's fingers are. If there are 55 cookies, 55 chips, 55 candies sitting right in front of me, you expect me not to eat it? These TikToks do look more appetizing compared to Alex Baby's TikToks. Not a lot of negativity here. I thought the whole point why people are so upset was because she fed her toddler junk food for breakfast. Beauty standards are so strict, they've seeped into meal prepping content. Prepare to get yelled at if you're not cooking your child cereal from scratch in $1 million home.
This morning I asked my toddlers what they wanted for breakfast and they both said cereal, so cereal it was and we got started right away. Once those were done, I let those cool as well and then assembled my little bowl of cereal with my Cocoa Puffs and my cookies, topped that with milk, and that's what they had for breakfast.
I don't know, moral of the story, don't show anything you do online. Just go be a neurodivergent hermit in the forest. We live in an online world where first impressions are the only thing that matter now. No time to fact check, critical think, reaction first. Who cares if you're actually a horrible parent behind the scenes when you have a beautiful, gentrified convenience store in your closet? It makes sense though with our 10-hour screen times. When you're endlessly consuming content, it's not realistic to expect everyone to fact check everything they see. There's a variety of reasons why people make content. Clout, money, for fun, to form a community and make friends. I feel like with this lady, we're not really sure what her motives are. Maybe we're all just expecting a little too much. How many people do you think are actually put together with perfect 7-figure salary lives? Let's just not judge people right away when we don't know the full story. If her goal is to rage bait and make some money, the views and engagement are coming in, so keep doing what you're doing, I guess. At least the child's getting fed. I got children to feed too, like my precious YouTube algorithm. Give this video a like to feed it a powdered donut on a paper plate for supper. Your engagement lets me know you enjoyed the video, and I'll get to pop up on your recommended the next time I post. Have a good day, try not to be dumb, and see you in the next one.